Good morning, my dear lovely students. Welcome back after a small gap. And today's topic is motion and its types. You are familiar about the word motion. What is motion? When we said the body is in motion, if the body changes its position with respect to the surroundings in a given time, then the body is said to be in motion. The position, if the body changes its position with respect to surroundings in a given time, then the body is said to be in motion. So we are already discussed this definition. But when a body is in motion, it undergoes different types of motions. Before that, the object is fairly fast, then we can observe the motion very clearly. If the object is fairly fast, then the movement or the motion can be observed very clearly. For example, if you take a watch, wristwatch. In the wristwatch, we observe three hands, that is hour's hand, minute's hand and second's hand. If you observe the second's hand, the second's hand moves fastly, hence the movement can be observed clearly. When you look to the hour's hand, here the movement is very slow. When the movement is very slow, the motion cannot be understood very quickly. It takes some time. So, if the object is fairly fast, then the movement can be observed very quickly. We can clearly observe if the movement is fairly fast. Okay. Now, when the body undergoes motion, it can undergo different types of motions. What are the different types of motions? If a body is in motion, it undergoes different types of motions. What are the different types of motion that we are going to see? The different types of motion are translatory motion, circular motion, rotational motion, periodic motion, oscillatory motion. Now, we are going to discuss one by one very neatly. First, coming to the translatory motion. When you come to the translatory motion, when the body is said to be in translatory motion, means if all the parts of the body travel same distance in a given time, then the body is said to be in translatory motion. So, when the body is said to be in translatory motion, if all the parts of the body travel same distance or displacement in a given time, then the body is said to be translatory motion. For example, if you take a car, the car moves from, let us consider the car moves from one place to another place. When the car moves from one place to another place, all the parts in the car have same displacement. That means all the parts in the car undergoes same displacement in same time, in a given time. Then the body is said to be translatory motion. For example, see another example. Let us consider this is a body. This body has a different parts like this. Right. Now, let us consider the body has moved from here to here. When the body is moved from here to here, all the parts in that body travel same distance. That means whatever the distance is traveled by this part, the same distance is traveled by this part also. In this way, this part is also traveling the same distance in a given time. then the body is said to be translatory motion. In this way, we can say the definition of translatory motion. Okay. Now, this translatory motion further classified into two types. The two types which translatory motion is classified is, one is rectilinear motion and curvilinear motion. These are the two parts in the translatory motion. Now we are going to discuss one by one. So the first one is rectilinear motion and the second one is, what is that? Curvilinear motion. Now we are going to see one by one. Rectilinear motion and curvilinear motion. When the motion of the body is said to be rectilinear. So the body which is in translatory motion, if it moves in a straight line, then the motion is said to be rectilinear motion. First of all, the body should in translatory motion. The body which is in translatory motion moves in a straight line, then it is known as rectilinear motion. So sometimes the rectilinear motion is also known as straight line motion. Okay. What are the examples for rectilinear motion? The first, a car moving on a straight road, or a train moving on a straight track. These are the examples. Some more examples. For example, if you release a chalk piece, it falls straight. It is also an example for rectilinear motion. In the same way, the soldiers are doing march past. That also comes under the example for rectilinear motion. A bullet fired from a gun, it is also an example for rectilinear motion. These are all comes under the example for rectilinear motion. Remember one thing, the body should already in translatory motion, and at the same time, if it moves, the body which is in translatory moves in a straight line, then such motion is known as rectilinear motion. Now coming to the another type of motion, that is curvilinear motion. This, in order to say about the definition of this curvilinear motion, the body must be in translatory motion and it should not travel in straight line. Instead of moving in straight line, if it moves in the form of curve, then it is known as curvilinear motion. The object should be, no doubt, in translatory motion. When the object which is in translatory motion follows a curve, then it is known as curvilinear motion. For example, if you take a ball and if you throw in air, the ball follows like this. It moves curvature. This is known as curvilinear motion. For example, when the car is moving in a straight road and if there is a curve, the car is going to take a curve. Then it comes under the curvilinear motion. This two motion comes under the example of translatory motion. So next type of motion, what is the next type of motion? That is circular motion. Now we are going to discuss about circular motion. Motion is circular motion. When the body is said to be circular motion means, if a body moves along the circumference of the circle, that means if the motion of the body is confined to a circle, then it is undergoing circular motion. If the motion of the body is confined to a circle, then it is undergoing circular motion. Examples. What are the examples for circular motion? If you take the satellites, all the satellites which are revolving around the earth at some height is in circular motion. We are going to see, satellites, natural satellites and artificial satellites. The artificial satellites which are revolving around the earth at some height undergoes circular motion. In the same way, all the planets which are moving, which are revolving around the sun is also an example for circular motion. For example, if you take daily life example, if you take a stove and tie one end of the rope to the stove and if you whirl it like this, it undergoes what type of motion? Circular motion. Remember that if the motion of the object is confined to a circle, then the motion is known as circular motion. Don't confuse, there is one more motion, that is rotational motion. It will be somewhat confusing between rotational motion and circular motion. If you observe carefully, we can identify which is rotational motion and which is circular motion. So in order to understand between circular motion and rotational motion, we want to say the definition of rotational motion. Here, what is circular motion? If the motion of the body is confined or it moves along the circumference of the circle, then that motion is known as circular motion. Now, it will be quite, circular motion is a special case of rotational motion. Now we are going to see the rotational motion, and then we are going to differentiate between circular motion and rotational motion. So coming to the another type of example, another type of motion, that is rotational motion. When the body is said to be rotational motion means if an object or body spins around an axis, then the motion is said to be rotational motion. Here, the body or the object is going to spin or going to rotate basing upon an axis. If you take a top that is Telugulo cheppalante bangaram. So the top is going to rotate basing upon there is a nail below the top. So that is axis. Basing upon that axis, the top is going to rotate. So rotation of top is an example for rotational motion. In the same way, earth. We are now take the earth. Here, we should not confuse that. The earth is going to revolve around the sun. That is an example for circular motion. But the earth itself is going to rotate by basing an axis which is passing through the earth. Here it is an rotational motion. So rotational motion means if the earth is moves or spins basing upon axis, that is rotational motion. At the same time, the earth is going to move around the sun. That is an example for circular motion. So in order to have a clear idea between circular motion and rotatory motion, we are going to see one more example. If you take a fan, let us consider these are the three blades for the fan. If you take any point on the blade, any point, this point undergoes circular motion. Listen carefully. Here, if you take any point on the blade, it undergoes what type of motion? It undergoes circular motion. But if you take the entire fan as one object, it undergoes rotational motion. Why means? Here, the fan is going to rotate or move basing upon axis. Hence, it is rotational motion. If you take a point on the blade, not only on this blade, if you take a point on this blade, or if you take a point here, this performs what type of motion? Circular motion. But if you take the entire fan as an object, it undergoes rotational motion. Carefully listen. So if you take a point object, it undergoes circular motion. If you take the entire object, it is undergoes rotational motion. In the same way, if you take the wheel, potter's wheel, the potter's wheel is an example for rotational motion. So what is the main difference between circular motion and rotational motion means, if an object moves along the circumference of the circle, that is circular motion. What is rotational motion means, if an object spins basing upon axis, depending upon the axis, that is known as rotational motion. Here the axis may be inside the body or outside the body. It does not matter whether the axis may be present or it may be an imaginary axis. For example, if we take Earth, here we said that the Earth, while it is making a rotational motion basing upon axis, there is no axis, it is an imaginary. Okay, so this is the main difference between rotational motion and circular motion. So if you take a point object, it undergoes circular motion. If you take the entire object, it undergoes rotational motion. So main difference is, if the entire object moves in the circle, it is circular motion. If an object spins around an axis, that is rotational motion. Here, For a body, it may be a combination of motions. For example, we are going to see some examples which are body involves combination of motion. For example, if you take any wheel of a vehicle, whether it may be a car wheel or bus wheel, whatever may be. So when you take the car wheel or bus wheel, we said that directly it is what type of motion of a car wheel means we are going to say rotational motion. Rotational motion. But if you neatly observe, it is a combination of two motions. What are the combination of two motions means? No doubt it is a rotational motion. Why means this wheel is going to rotate basing upon an axis. So it is a rotational motion. But if you observe a small part which is touching the ground, it undergoes translatory motion. Observe here. Observe here. This part, it is in the form of translatory. It is moving straight line. So it is a combination of translatory motion as well as rotational motion. In the same way, if you take a ball, if you move the ball on the surface of the table, it is also a combination of rotational motion as well as rotational motion as well as translatory motion. If you take the earth, we said that the earth is moving around the sun. It is an example for circular motion. But the earth, as well as it is performing circular motion, as well as it is making some rotation basing upon axis. So it is also a rotational motion. It is a combination of rotational motion as well as a circular motion. So these are the some types of motions that we have discussed in today's class. So in today's class, we are just recalling what we have discussed. Translatory motion. So what is translatory motion? If all the parts of a body travel same distance in a given time, then the body is said to be translatory motion. This translatory motion is further classified into rectilinear motion and curvilinear motion. What is a rectilinear motion? So the body which is in translatory motion moves in a straight line. It is rectilinear motion. So curvilinear motion, the body which is in translatory motion moves along a curve. It is known as curvilinear motion. Next, circular motion. Circular motion means if the motion of the body is moves along the circumference of the circle, that means if the motion of the body is confined to a circle, then it is known as circular motion. Next, rotational motion. If an object spins around an axis, that axis may be imaginary axis or real axis. That axis may be present inside the body or outside the body. Whatever may be, if the body spins around an axis, that is rotational motion. Don't confuse between circular motion and rotatory motion. Circular motion, if you take a point object, it follows circular motion. As we said an example, if you take the entire fan undergoes rotational motion. But if you take a point, that undergoes circular motion. In the same way, if you observe giant wheel, if you take the entire giant wheel, it is under a rotational motion. If you take any point on that, it undergoes circular motion. So these are the types of motion that for today's class. The next types of motion. What are the next type of motion? Periodic motion, oscillatory motion. That is, we are going to discuss in the next video. Until then, have a good day. Bye.